Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to Jesse's Garage. We're excited to have you, as we always are. Well, today we're coming at you not with a tool haul video or restoration video or anything like that. We're coming at you with an experience video. And so just like you've seen on the title of this video, I jumped on a Snap-on tool truck, and this is what happened. And so let me tell you the backstory a little bit. So I was visiting with one of our awesome supporters, Brandon, one day, and he was saying, hey, have you ever jumped on a Snap-on truck? I'm sure maybe some of your viewers have never done that, and maybe they're wondering what that experience might be like. Maybe that would be a good video for you. And I thought, you know what, Brandon, you're right. That would be a good video. And so I thought about it, and I've been on the lookout ever since. So thank you very much for that, Brandon. Appreciate that. And so I was going through and driving down the street one day, and lo and behold, before my very eyes, there comes a Snap-on truck rolling at me. And I thought, you know what? I have some time. I'm gonna go follow him. I'm gonna go see if I can jump on that truck. And so I whipped a U-ey and I came back around, and I gotta tell you, I felt like a stalker. And so every time you made a turn, I made a turn. And so, but you know what? He ended up at a auto dealer's mechanic shop, and I just thought, you know what? Here's my opportunity. Now, I got to be honest with you. You know, my dad's jumped on trucks. Obviously, Brandon's on trucks all the time. You know, my dad was a mechanic, but I'd never been on a truck, and I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I'm not a mechanic, and so I mean, I tool around and stuff like that. But you know, I just thought, will they even let me on? You know, I don't even have an account, and so how's that going to work? And so I was a little nervous, actually. And I got to tell you, if you know me, I don't get nervous too often. And so I went through and I let them park, get situated. They finally opened the door, and I thought, well, okay, here's my chance. And so I'm going to jump off. I'm going to go do it. And so I jumped off and I went up to the door and I said, hey, how you doing? My name is Jesse. I got a question for you. Do you allow walk-ons? You know, do you allow anybody to jump on your truck or not? Because, you know, I didn't want to be that guy who just automatically assumed that. And so they said, yeah, come on in. And so, boy, I got to tell you, they were so kind. In fact, I have a card, and it was Terry and Christina Roberts, as you can see there. Now, if you are in the Wichita, Kansas area and you need some tools, I got to tell you, my experience with them has been awesome. So there's their contact info there. And so I loved it, loved it, loved it. And let me tell you the reason why. First, I was nervous when I walked up. I didn't know what to expect. They welcomed me right on the truck. And so I went through and they were saying, hey, what are you looking for? And tell me a little bit about yourself. And so I told them, you know, I have a YouTube channel and got this awesome audience that are supporting our channel really well. And we just had an idea for a video and decided just to see if we could go through and do it. And so he said, yeah, that sounds awesome. And so they were just so kind and so nice right out of the gate. Now, I can tell you, you know, from a guy who owns a business, I'm all about customer service, and that is king. And that's a way I made my living all along. And I can easily see why a guy would want to go back to a Snap-on truck if they're all like that. Now, happened to be that Terry and Christina, they're those kind of people. And so I really appreciated that. Anyways, we got to looking around. He said, what are you looking for? I said, well, you know what? I never bought anything on a Snap-on truck. I'm a ratchet guy. How about a ratchet? And so they said, yeah, great. Let's go through and look at it. And so let me turn the camera around and I'm going to show you what we bought here, okay? All right, here we go. I'll be right back. Okay, so the very first one that I want to show you here, because I bought two, was this flex head here. And so real thin head profile here, so I love that, 3/8 inch drive. And this is the FHF 100, so it's a 100 tooth model that we have here. And so this one also has a soft grip. And so I don't have one that has a soft grip like that. And so as we go through, obviously it has that flex head. And now I haven't used it, and so I'll get my fingerprints all over it. And so I haven't used it, so I could go through and keep it intact before I scratch it all up in case I do, and before I shot this video. So that was one of them. And so I thought, man, that's kind of a beaut. And so I love that. And so I bought a matching one, or at least the colors are matching. The design isn't quite matching, but it's still the blue and the black, just like you see here. But this is a 1/4 inch body. And so love that. Still flex head as well. And so that's kind of cool. But it has a 3/8 inch anvil on it. And so now this one here, the model number, let's see if we can get it to focus here on us, on it. And so let's see, it's pretty small. Let's see here, can we get it to focus? Come on, come on, come on. And so it's a 72 tooth, I believe. And so I can't quite see that model on there. Let's see here, FHCLF 72, I believe is what it says there. And so, but anyways, that is the second one that I purchased there. And so, man, how good looking is that, right? Now this one here, man, this thing is smooth. Man, I love that. And so I think that's going to be awesome. So those are the two items that I purchased that day that I jumped on the truck. What are your thoughts? And so some of you guys, I know you use these things like crazy. So put it down in the comments. Did I pick out the right ones? Did I not? I think for me, I really love this 1/4 inch with the 3/8 inch anvil on it. So I love that. I think that's a killer good find for me to add to the collection that way. And then of course, you know, I love the thin head on here. So that saves a little bit of space as well. Anyways, that's what I bought. All right, let me get turned around and let's finish up our video here. And let me tell you my concluding thoughts. All right, here we go. All right, and we are back. So what do you think? So our two that we bought there, so we had the two snap-ons that we have, that 100 tooth and then the 72 tooth with the 1/4 inch body, 3/8 inch anvil on it. Love them both. So you put that down in the comments, which one you think is good. But anyways, that I did. I made a purchase on the Snap-on truck. Now, let me tell you my thoughts. I can easily see why a guy would want to go on and purchase on the Snap-on truck if the experience is what I experienced. So Terry and Christina, top-notch people, love them. They made me feel right at home. And so when I was checking out, get this, just to give you an idea of their kindness, as I was checking out, I was going through and pulling out my credit card, and he goes, hey, since you're going to be doing a review and talking about your experience on a Snap-on truck, you probably need a hat. Don't you think you ought to represent? I said, Terry, I already have a hat. I have a Snap-on hat already. And he says, yeah, but you don't have one of those. And I thought, yeah, you know what? You're right. I love hats. I wear hats all the time. And so I thought, you know what? Let me go through and check you out. And so I went over there and I said, well, how much are they? And he says, it's on the house. It's just for you. If you're going to shoot a video on us and do it, we want you to look good. And I thought, really? Man, all right. I went in with my trashy old Rockler hat that I got all stained up from working in the heat and such. And he gave me a pick of anything that I wanted. And so this is what I picked out. And I thought, you know what? This is a unique experience. I want something unique that is something I don't have. And so I got this hat here, the flat bill hat. And so instead of being curved around, it's just flat. It kind of reminds me of an old, just like a mechanic type of guy that is out there. Now, I haven't even taken out the cardboard in the front of the cap. And so, man, I just thought, you know what? That just rocket. And so I don't know how I look in it, but anyways, so there's my Snap-on hat, and all at a courtesy from Terry that way. So my goodness, thank you so very much. Again, talk about the kindness that way. Well, anyways, his wife was out in the mechanic shop, and so she came back in the truck. She goes, oh, what'd you pick out? And so I showed her, and she said, oh, that is so awesome. And she goes, hey, I got something for you. And so she turned around and gave me something else. And I just thought, man, that is cool. And so this is what she gave me here. So it was a medallion. It's a coin of sorts here. So it's in this plastic container. So it's a little Snap-on. And then if you flip it over, it's a 105-year anniversary medallion. Man, check that out. Is that cool or what? And so, man, I got to tell you, I built my business on customer service, and I can see they got that nailed down flat. Man, that is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So again, if you're in this area, or if you just need some help, maybe you want to contact them, Terry and Christina Roberts, the local Snap-on dealer here. You need to contact them. They're just awesome. So thank you very much for the experience, by the way, Terry and Christina. Very, very non-forgettable. I will remember this for the rest of my life. So thank you very much for that. And for you fine friends out there, you know, should you go on a Snap-on truck and buy some tools? I don't know. That's up to you. You know, I did it for the sake of coming through and shooting a video, and I also did it for the sake of just kind of getting that experience. But I can tell you my conclusion. My conclusion is I can easily see myself going back. And so I'm probably going to be back. In fact, I had my eye on a couple other ratchets. So I'll probably go back and see Terry and Christina over there again. But anyways, there's our video. I jumped on a Snap-on truck, and this is what happened. I got outfitted with a hat. And don't forget about my coin. So I hope you enjoyed it. Put your comments down below. If you're new to the channel, this is the kind of stuff we do. We just kind of go out and have fun. We're hunting deals down, restoring some deals, doing new experiences like this. And so please hit subscribe, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. If you have another idea for us, hey, we're all open for ideas. I mean, look at that, Brandon threw out one, and we put it into play. So again, thank you so much, and until next time, we'll see you on the next video.